When I moved to University City almost 15 years ago, I chose this community because of its reputation as a place that celebrates diversity not only in our demographics, but also in the openness to diverse ideas. I felt it was a place where I could set the roots that would be a great place to raise a family. I have been proud of this community and continue to promote it at any time I can when speaking with friends and colleagues that don't live here and don't always have the best perception of our city. I'm the father of two very beautiful children who attend our public schools, and I've been active in promoting a sense of community through my volunteer work there and in my own work as an educator in public school in a nearby district. Since I stress to my own children and my students the civic responsibility of being an active citizen, giving back to your community, I began attending council meetings regularly 2 years ago to see what I could do to become more involved. When I realized there were some major problems with the way our city manager abused his authority and was being protected by a council majority who saw nothing wrong with this vindictiveness, I began working with others to recall 2 members of our council to help to restore transparency and a sense of accountability for these abuses of power. Little did I know that at that time, how truly ugly things would get. Despite having a constitutionally protected right to speak out against our government without fear of retribution and to petition to redress what we feel is wrong, I have been scolded by our mayor and other members of council here in council chambers and on social media for doing just that. I refuse to sit quietly and watch them destroy our city, the community that I love. While things have certainly been contentious in discussions on major changes that have taken place over the past 2 years, I never once felt that I would truly be silenced and our voices would not be heard. That changed last Tuesday, March 22nd, as things took a disturbing turn. I was assaulted, not only assaulted, there was assault and battery by a sitting member of this city council at a police focus group meeting. It was only about 20 to 30 minutes into the meeting when Mayor Shelley Welch attempted to remove some political literature I had left at the back of the information table regarding the recall petitions. The same literature that I leave at those places right over there, pretty much every city council meeting, that tonight, it's amazing, there's a new sign. Agendas, meeting materials only. Go figure. I sent over to ask Ms. Welch to not remove the items I had placed. She initially said no, but later, when I reminded her that it was a public meeting belonging to us, the taxpayers. As I was moving the literature back to its original location and returning to my seat, Councilman Leo Michael Glickert got up from the seat, began yelling at me, and shoved me twice, telling me I had to leave. I did nothing to provoke such a reaction from Councilman Glickert. I did not respond, nor did I threaten him in any way. University City police officers escorted Mr. Glickert and me from the building. After a short discussion, Mr. Glickert was allowed to return to the meeting, but I was told that the city manager, Layman Walker, told the police not to allow me to come back into this public meeting. I am outraged that Layman Walker chose to direct the police in this fashion, as he is definitely charged with running the meeting that evening. However, my understanding is that he is not the chief law enforcement officer of the city. I still can't understand why I was denied my constitutionally protected right to free speech and petition. I am dumbfounded by the actions of every city official involved at that meeting. Despite my request to re-enter the meeting and asked by the councilman who had assaulted me was allowed to return, I was told that I would have to leave the meeting if I wanted to make a statement. I waited until the meeting ended and then went to the police station to file the report with the University City Police Department. I am still unclear why the councilman was not detained on the spot, since he was observed by the many people in the room to have committed this assault, including officers that were present and are present here this evening. While I fully support our UCPD and have the utmost respect and confidence in their skill set and integrity, I have informed our council that I reserve the right to request St. Louis County to intervene to investigate the assault that occurred against me by Councilman Leo Michael Glickert. I've also contacted the ACLU, as I feel like this is more than anything. The shove is horrible, but the biggest issue for me is my First Amendment rights being denied. I am certain that had the roles been reversed, I would have been taken into custody to be questioned regarding what had taken place. So tonight, I ask all of you as our representatives, please use your power, the power that you use so well, to ensure that the investigation is handled in an impartial way. May I remind you that no one is above the law. family as well. For it is my family that gave me the motivation in the first place to take this active role in the community. University City is my home, and I'm proud to say that I live here because, despite what this council majority does, I trust that my friends and neighbors who sit with us tonight will help us recover from your mistakes. I care too deeply about this place to let this incident deter my efforts to bring back transparency to our government. We have too much work to be done to restore the trust that has eroded over the last several weeks and months and possibly years. We want to remind you that you are not here to tell us how to think, but rather you are there to serve the community when you act on our behalf. We will not always agree on every issue, and that's okay. What's not acceptable, and what I will continue to pursue legally, is allowing citizens like myself to be physically assaulted and denied that constitutionally protected right to speak out against the misuse of power and a right to help remedy the situation whatever way we see fit. We are better than this, and we deserve better. Thank you.
And